Hey, family, greetings. Greetings to an amazing full moon. Uh, our moon just went full at 7:42 p.m., which was approximately 20 minutes ago, ballpark figure. So we're going to do the opening now, and we're going to have a fantastic program for you tonight to participate with us. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Welcome home, family, and join us for the fun. Colorful guest people everywhere under the sun. Interesting conversations. Prayers first has begun. Invocation, manifestation, conversation then will come. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Crystals, pyramid. Let's start drinking some water, juice or tea. King Killer was recommended for you and me. Guayusa mixed together, maple syrup or honey. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Learn from the healers, crystals, pyramids. Learn from the healers, the artists, the seers, authors and teachers, dissolving your fears. Workshops of wisdom, the circle is wide. Plant medicine whispers, the planets align. All magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Crystals and pyramids, magnets that spin. Organ awakening the power within. Tantra and herbs, the gateways ignite. Shamanic drums calling truth into light. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Psychedelics painting vision so bright. Planetary activists guarding the night. Awareness expanding the cosmos in view. Higher vibrations are flowing through you. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Hey. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Xenon and herbs, you'll feel much better. Drink your tea now instead of later. Stay ahead of your health. Health is always your greatest wealth. Oh, no, no. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Hey. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Mad science fun, terror bless. Experiments under the sun. Sacred fire, prayers begun. Success and happiness, your destiny has come. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Yeah, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Learn from from the healers, the artists, the seers, authors and teachers, dissolving your fears. Workshops of wisdom, the circle is wide. Plant medicine whispers, the planets align. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Yeah, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, crystals and pyramids, magnets that spin. Orgone awakening the power within. Tantra and herbs, the gateways ignite. Shamanic drums calling truth into light. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Magnets, crystals, pyramids.
Okay, family. We gonna have fun tonight. You hit jackpot if you're going to join us tonight. Now and also in the future. Uh, let's do the opening because we are literally riding on the shoulders. We are walking on the momentum of our bloodlines. Each of you, each of us are incarnated star seeds. Many of us are not even from this planet. We decided to come through the stargate, starlight of our parents' conception moment. When that portal opened, our souls, by the frequency of our destiny and by the momentum of our karma, we intentionally or unintentionally came into the gate, through the portal, through the sphere, through the donut of conception. At the moment, our father and our mother brought that spark of life to create a multi-dimensional intergalactic opening, like in the movie Stargate, where they walk through into the wormhole of another star system millions and millions of miles away. Each of you I salute, because that's what you have done. And also the grace of our parents that allowed us full gestation for the 9 months, because many have been conceived, but not all were born because of various circumstance. So from my heart to yours, I thank you for being born. We thank each other for being born. We thank each other for being alive. And may the force of our divine magnificence remind us that we are here on a mission that isn't impossible, but is your destiny, my destiny. And this platform is for the purpose of assisting you, assisting each other in coming closer, step by step, through the stairway of heaven within, not outside, within our hearts, in the spirit of Ubuntu, which means there can be no we without me, and there can be no me without you. So we thank and invite Yahshua, some may call the latest, well, one of the latest incarnations, Jesus. We thank and invite Mary of Magdalene. We thank and invite Black Madonna, Mother Mary. We thank and invite Tahuti In this incarnation, we know as Saint Germain. We thank and invite Nikolai Tesla on this platform. We thank and invite the latest Christ born in the Congo, Simeon Toko. We thank and invite Ascended Master from Senegal, Sheikh Amadou Bamba, Sheikh Ibrahim. We thank and invite Sanat Kumara, Imhotep, Batahotep, Akhenaten. We thank and invite White Buffalo Calf Woman. We thank and invite all the ascended masters that have cloaked and coat themselves in various skin suits throughout time. Seraphis Bay, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Honorable, Noble, Drew Ali, Chief Geronimo, Chief Nat Turner, Chief John Brown, Chief Crazy Horse, Chief Sitting Bull, Chief Seattle. Many of us in this life, we may know of our community chiefs, our village drum majors. And here tonight, we're going to have a heart drum gathering to share, elevate, and encourage, illuminate, so your vibrations of hope may rise into the skies day and night and ripple morphic resonance into the sea of love that ever surrounds us. We thank Master Himalaya. Thank you, Lady Buddha, Buddha, Lady Krishna, Krishna. We thank and invite all the yogis from Atlantis. We thank and invite ascended masters from Lemuria. We thank and invite the Buddhas, the Lady Buddhas, the Krishnas, the Lady Krishnas in the earth's hollow. We thank and invite ascended masters even from beyond carbon-based life forms, whether they be crystal, reptilian, whether they be laser ascended masters, or forms that we may not even be aware of consciously. We thank and invite to be on our platform tonight. Ascended masters from star systems, the countless star systems. We thank and invite Palladian, Dogon, Orion, Andromeda Galaxy, ascended masters, so that we may have a collective crew of consciousness upon all men, women, children throughout the world. Yes, on this full moon night, November 4th, when the moon is in its zenith, my brother miraculously, Yahe Om reached out to me 10 minutes before the full moon of 742. It was a miracle. And he said, "Can I be on your platform?" And I said, "Oh," I was like, "This is a miracle. There's other forces at work." And he's like, "Oh, well, I might not make it." I was like, "No, brother, ride that wave with a surfboard of your consciousness and faith." And I am so happy he is here. I want to thank Babalaji, Kofunya, and we also inviting you. And wherever you may be, family, I want you to put it in the comments because you make the difference. I want to thank the forces of nature that live inside of us. Quetzalcoatl. I want to thank Elegba, Oshun, Yemaya, Olokun, Oya, Ogun, Shango, Opatala, Ochosi, Orumila, ascended masters from other star systems that affected us, elevated us, so that we may remember to direct the forces of nature from the sea of love. We thank and invite Enoch, who ascended into the heavens and became Metatron. And we thank you for being with us now and in the future. We say Ashe, Mahalo, Donada, Wado, Amen, Amen. So let it be spoken, so let it be done. Let me bring on family right now. Here we come on to the show. Come on, come on, come one, come all. Here we are. Kafuni, turn your camera on, girl. We don't want to look at no icon.
I'll do ask for my face.
Oh, she taking care. She taking care of the cheering tonight. Um, listen, this was magical. Omziel, Yahe Om, Laji, Kafunya. I want say it again, sister. Say it again.
Hey, Laji, where you been?
Peace, my sister. How you doing?
Oh, I'm thankful.
Peace, Omziel.
Yes, Omziam.
Peace, peace.
Hey,
Omziel got taken off guard for a minute. Say,
you know, the cosmos, I think it really has a sharp sense of humor.
it does.
You know, sometimes we ask for things and we don't realize how fast. You want it? You ready? Come on, here it is. Here it is. Here's a bowl full, and that's the practice of our magic. So, I want each of us. I already did the invocation. Laji, Yahe Om, Kafunya. Y'all take turns doing the prayer invocation. Being that I did the masculine, Kafunya, say a sweet prayer for all of us tonight.
All right, all right,
Wishes.
all right. Hold on.
You don't even need a bowl. Do it from your soul, baby. Do it from your
I
soul.
know, but okay. Here we
Just
go.
do it. You're gonna do it again,
Right.
but warm it up, Leo. Come on,
Okay,
Leo. You
so-
got full moon fire.
All right. When I went outside earlier to check my mail, I happened to look up and saw this big, beautiful, bright, glorious globe in the sky. It's beautiful. So, this is what I would like to say to the audience. Life may seem like a whirlwind at the moment, yet there is a divine order to the present circumstances. What may appear as chaos is often the angelic forces of the universe at work. After the storm clears, you will be steered in a new direction. Health, a time of renewal, health, joy, and abundance. New direction, new directions, new directions. Word sound power.
Aho, Ashe, Ubuntu. Yahe Om. Put it on us, brother. We can't hear you. You gotta turn on your mic.
Okay, it's on, baby. I'm on. I am on. I'm on fire here.
Uh-oh.
Greetings, family. Greetings.
Uh-oh.
Thank you for allowing me to enter into the room. So, yeah, we're located in North Bergen, New Jersey, which is about 20 or 30 minutes outside of Manhattan. And we have a private practice, me and my wife. One of our staples is the breath work with the ice plunge. And I did, in fact, contact Brother Hank because he told me about close to a month ago, hey, contact me next month about this men's retreat thing that you're having, and I'll have you on the show. So I put it on my calendar, and it actually showed up on my calendar yesterday, but I was a little busy. So then today it came in, and something just told me, reach out to him, send him that text, tell him I want to be on the show. And lo and behold, we are in a full moon ceremony. We are stepping into a new cycle. We are harvesting great abundance in life and money and great health and friends and unlimited resources. So I said, hey, I'm kind of on dad duty. And he was like, come on now, let's go. Let's go.
Hey,
Step it up. Let's go.
feminine Han.
And I said, "Oh man, yes." I threw the kids out in the street to play in traffic, and here I am.
Oh my God. So what's the
Thank you
word
for
sound
having me.
that
Peace
you
and
have
love.
for the full moon?
Caponia, let Logi do his
What is the sir?
invocation.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I want to say this to this is the invocation I want to do. And I'm saying this because Saint Germain said that anybody who says a decree for America and the world, he grant them full realization. So whoever's listening, this is real simple. It's real easy too. Beloved mighty and present. Such freedom, health, prosperity, and harmonious action shall come forth for America and the world as had never before been experienced on earth. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am.
Aho Ashe. Ubuntu.
What a
All right.
tiny to give up for so much.
Yeah, man. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Okay, first, who has their Kinkaliba tea, family? You got your Kinkaliba tea, Logi?
I ran out, man. I gotta order some more.
Listen, let me tell you, it's better to drink food and no tea if you're over 23 than food and no tea. It's better to have tea and no food if you're over 23 instead of food and no tea. The number one cause of death in America is heart disease.
Mm.
The number one cause of death in America, family, is heart disease.
Heart disease.
That can come from emotional stress. That can come from physical stress. That can come from dietary stress. And under this full moon circle of fire, that we're honored to have Kofunya, Yahe Om, Babalaji, and you, the listening Jedis. Remember, it is better after the age of 23 to drink tea instead of food because circumstances on the planet right now, they're forcing us to start thinking about becoming a breatharian. They're forcing us by mutating all the foods that we love or thought we loved, although it may not love us, but we have to start thinking how to take step by step and become a breatharian. So we have to, they're putting nanotechnology in the meats.
Take that.
They're putting nanotechnology. I got to reach out to Brother Phil Valentine because he comes heavy with the insidious, diabolical plan that the forces of evil have as an intention. If y'all want to hear Brother Phil bring it before the holidays, y'all put it in the comments because I'm going to communicate and invocate for him to be on the future show. But bringing it back to this full moon circle of fire of healing, we got to get into. I love to. You know what? I got to tell you, Logi, Kofunya, Yahe Om, family, they've begun to make it difficult to get Kinkaliba tea.
How so?
They're only selling. I used to be able to get a 5-pound bag on Amazon of Kinkaliba tea for like $60. It's no longer available. Only like the 2-ounce, 3-ounce bags for $20.
Mm-hmm.
And I told y'all, I said to you, you better get your stash while you can. We also spoke on previous shows, get your gold, get your silver. Now, I don't know how that's going to ride out, but the price of gold is dropping now.
Oh, it's dropping.
Now it's dropping. Gold prices are dropping,
How much did it drop?
followed by the drop of silver. I mean, today the gold dropped almost $100. almost,
So it's
not quite.
4,300, 43 instead of 44.
No, it dropped below 4,000. It's now in the 3,000s. So
Okay.
we don't know how it's going to go. We don't know how it's going to flow. But we're just going to free flow tonight. I want to thank Kafunya to be for being on. I want to give a special acknowledgement and a thanks to Sister Monique. Have been having these beautiful events, and she has a goddess collective of Kafunya, and it has a beautiful Caribbean goddess named Bridget, and she's so deep hue, midnight, black blue. I tell her she needs ID because she looked like she just jumped out of high school graduation. So special acknowledgement to Bridget. Special acknowledgement to Alicia. Special acknowledgement to Sullivan at Nicholas. Special acknowledgement to Chris and Melissa. And thank you, Yahe Owen, for bringing them into the camp. Thank you. We got the floor. But y'all got to turn your mics on because I don't hear nothing.
I'm here, brother. I'm just waiting for the green light, and I'm ready to attack.
Green light. Green light.
Beautiful. I love it. All right. So, I'm here for many purposes. And, once you do find your main driving purpose, it's something that clears the way for everything else. And it's only when we focus on some of these things. We, you're exactly right, Brother Hank. We are born into this realm for a purpose, right? And it's one of our duties, one of our missions, in order to find what is it that our mission is. Now sometimes it's not very clear. Why is that? That's the food we drink, the foods we eat, the waters we drink, the air we breathe. They're poisoning our atmosphere, and they're clouding our thought patterns, right? Because we're nothing but frequency. And when you start to cloud the water, you can't really see where you're going very clearly. But there's
Mm.
ways in order to clear some of those things. How do you do that? Well, you need to clean up your diet. You need to drink water that is electrified, and you also need to hang around people too that are positive in nature, right? Because we're just built a frequency. So once you have your inner circle, because I have my inner circle, I know who to go to. I know when I see Sister Kafunya, it's as if we've never left the room at all. We're there day and night for each other. She backs my play. So does Brother Hank too. Every time I see him, I mean, from the moment I met him, he with open arms, he embraced me, things like that. So here we are trying to figure out our purpose in life. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Why? Because they also inject, drugs and alcohol into our society, and cigarettes and things like that. You need to get away from those things as quickly as possible. That's the first mission right there. Then your next mission is, like I said, clean up your diet, clean water, and hanging around people that electrify you and clear your vision. Once you do know your
Ooh.
purpose in life, start writing it down. That's where journaling comes in. I have a stack of journals. I've been doing it for years. And there's
Mm.
many reasons why I do that. But one of the reasons is in order for me to make my mission very clear. So once I started getting clear of all the garbage, then the mission started to come into focus. You see? Once I seen that, now I could see the main purpose here in my life, and this is how I personally feel, and I feel that is for everyone, is to serve. That is the
Mm.
main purpose for us to be here in this realm, is to serve. Who do we serve? We serve each other. Why? Because we're all just one unit moving here. We're just reflections of each other. Indris, the dewdrops, we're just reflecting off of each other. It's the same face everywhere. We just think that we're different because we look a little different. That's outside. But on the inside, we're all the same. This is just the encasing that we're in. We are encased in a high performance vehicle, right? We're all sitting in a Ferrari Testarossa, right? But you wouldn't put, low fuel inside of a high performance vehicle. That's why the food is very important, things like
Mm.
sea moss and shilajit and things of those nature. So I'm sure that many people on the broadcast listening are familiar with some of these things. So here's our mission. Our mission is to serve. So me and my wife have a private practice in North Bergen, New Jersey. We travel all around. What do we bring? We bring the breath work and an ice plunge. There's many benefits behind these things. The breath work quiets the monkey mind. It alkalines your blood. It it heals a broken heart. I mean, there's so many benefits with breath work alone. It it lengthens your life too. Scientists already know that this is scientifically proven. Then there's the ice plunge. What does that do? It pushes you into the present moment. We spend too much time about what happened to us before or what we're gonna do in the future, which it never turns out like that anyway. So those two healing modalities have a lot to do with control. We feel that we want to control this life, which is an illusion. We cannot control anything. We can influence, that we can do, but not control. The only thing that we're really in control is how we react to what goes on in this realm, you see. So these are some of the teachings that we share with people, and we're having a men's retreat that comes up. So this is where we take men away, we unplug them from the matrix, we bring them to their natural setting, which is in the woods, in nature, lots of greenery, touching the earth, no electronics, alkaline food, vegan food, you see. We do breath work. We do a cold water plunge because there is a waterfall where we're located there. The stewards of the land are in charge of over 250 acres of land. There's a number of lakes. There's a waterfall. There's a stone hedge. That's just to give you a little insight of the type of people we're dealing with that are the stewards of the land. They have created a stone hedge where they have these large megalithic stones that line up with the stars. And there's a stone in the middle that has been given to them by the indigenous people of the land because there were ceremonies in ancient times with the stone. um, and then we teach people about the different pillars that we introduce into their life. One of them is the higher power. You must realize that there is something higher outside of you, some sort of power that is guiding your life. That's the first one. You need to realize that. The second one is, are you aware of who you are? You see, I know who I am, right? In the ancient temples of Kemet, before you went in, many times there was an acronym right on top of the temple before you went in. It said, Know thyself. Why? Because before you go into the temple and start asking anything, first you need to get straight with yourself, know who you are, right? The other one is your relationships, right? How are they? Are you a good son? Are you a good daughter? Are you a good father, mother? You need
Mhm.
to get your relationships. Are you a good steward at your job? Are you in your job killing it, man? Or are you sitting around complaining all day or watching the paint dry? You see, these are some of the things that we need to get clear on. And then there's a plan for your life. You have to bring it all together. If you don't plan, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. You need to see, where is it that you're going, right? We're not talking about these goals, these lofty goals, like I want to make $1 million. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the destination in the direction where you're going. Why? Because it never ends. The journey never ends. You're continuously growing. We've come from many, many different lives. We've come here. I mean, I've sat with these people in this room right here many times over. It's not by coincidence that I happen to be on this program tonight, or any of the things that I do for that matter, or all of the lives that I touch. It's all divinely orchestrated. I believe that to my bones. So my name is Omar and my wife's name is Aziel. So that's where the Om Ziel comes in. We have a website, omzielhealingsanctuary.com. You can go there, see about us, see if you want to book a session. We do many other things as well. We have gatherings. We have a big festival called the Purple Sage Festival that Kafunya has been a part of. There's many vendors, live musicians, great food. Oh my God! Like we have an overnight thing where we stay, we burn wood, and many ceremonies going on. We also have the Windhorse Rising Men's Experience, which is the men's retreat that we speak of. And I'm kind of hesitant to use the word retreat because when I use retreat, I think of like sitting on the beach, having a coconut, and getting a massage. It's nothing like that. This is about initiation. This is about manhood. This is about coming into the rites of our own. We've never had the rites of passage. Mine was go have a drink and have sex with a girl. That was what they were pushing me towards. Instead, we come from cultures that at a certain age, we had the rite of passage. I'm sure some of you sitting there right now know that. You know for a fact that within our culture, there came a time where the room was filled with all men standing around you and telling you, this is the moment that you step into your manhood. You can do things of a child, but know that you are at the point where you now step into your power. And these are some of the things that we're teaching, brothers, at the Windhorse Rising Men's Retreat, as well as other things too. So if anyone's interested, definitely let me know. I mean, you can leave it in the comments. I'll leave the website there. You guys can tap in and yeah, so that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, that's a great. Thank you for sharing that because here in the States, we do not have men's rites of passage. Some of the things that I'm learning, God bless Kevin Samuels, God bless Nit Yama, God bless uh, Master Yao, and no one's perfect, family. Even God bless Laji. Each man brings forth, they bring forth a different piece because when it comes down to uh, men need to have other men to show them almost like going to a cultural dojo. You got to learn martial arts should be part of rites of passage along with music, learning how to play an instrument so that you could become a part of the collective orchestra. We can see to this day women haven't been going through rites of passage, men haven't gone through rites of passage because musicians when they are performing, seldom do you ever hear an actor or actress interrupt the dialogue. And in movies, we take it for granted that one actor or actress speaks at a time. Imagine if everyone had the rites of passage to know the power of golden silence and how to interject compassionately, eloquently, without over talking before their cue to communicate and be effective. These rites of passage
Mhm.
in this dark cycle that we're experiencing is almost non-existent. So I salute you, Omziel, Yahe Om, for sparking a fire that hopefully will be a flame of culture, sparking a fire that will be a flame of culture for men
Yeah.
and women. Because I sometimes, family, have you watched young men and women walking down the street? I casually
Mhm.
observe how the women haven't been taught by their mothers how to walk with a man. They walk 10 feet in front of him.
Mhm.
The man He hasn't. A lot of men don't have the fathers present. They don't have rites of passage, so they just psychologically follow along because that's what they was taught by their mothers. But mothers can't make men.
Right?
Mm, mm. Amen, brother. You know that happens because they break they break the family structure many ways. You know, you think of things like porn. Porn breaks the family structure. That's why porn is so prevalent in our culture today. It's very cheap. You know, you see, because it's stimulating the outside. You see, we're not going inward. That's out. That's all physical outside. So once the family structure is broken, you know, men have no direction. My old man left when I was 9, and he probably checked out emotionally years before that. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying? And then he was there sometimes, but he was only showing me things that were self-destructive: drugs, promiscuity, you know, stealing, you know, lying, cheating, things of that nature. And I took it on. It's because it's like monkey see, monkey do. But that's what happens. The family structure is broken. You see, that's why when you look at the prison systems, right? There's more people of color in prisons today probably than any other time in this world. That's probably because they've monetized it. You see, it's a thing of making money. So they do this systematically, and they place us in these prisons, and then what happens? Those young men have kids, and then the family structure broken again. You see? So you're right. They don't know how to walk down the street. They don't know how to treat a woman, you know, hold the door for her. She's a queen. She's a goddess. She's the one who supports us. If you look at 1 second, Kafunya, I see you, but I just want to make a last point that when you look at the history of the creator of the universe, the first God, I don't like to use that word, but the first God that we worship was a woman. Woman was the one first, was the first God that we worship. Then it became a matriarch system. Go ahead, Sister Kufunia.
Yes. I to build up on your point, and that I have a few healing words that I'm guided to say when Uncle Hanky was talking about emotions, and he turned me on to a newspaper article that was talking about, you know, unexpressed emotions um, can cause a lot of disease. But what I wanted to say to your point first is that we have been sold an illusion of, you know, individualism. You know, I don't need a man. I don't need a woman. You know, we've been sold that BS in the society, and that's why all of these different things are happening. We all we have to do is look at the timeline of things. You know, before, you know, we used to have the extended family where, you know, your neighborhood can talk to your child if there was something out of order with them. Now in some neighborhoods you can do that still, like in the islands and stuff like that, in the country and whatnot. But the city life, you know, they have been sold a false narrative. But to talk about to what Uncle Hanky was sharing with people, because we did something at Nicholas at the breast cancer awareness where Uncle Hanky shared this article, and after I say what I have to say, um, you know, Uncle Hanky can pull it up. This is dealing with emotions and how we're going to do the healing, and the moon goddess message, and your intentions, and your renewal and forgiveness. So, listen, family, you can take this down, or you can take a nice deep breath and just listen to my word, sound, and power. You are We are awash with unexpressed emotions. We must learn to say exactly what we feel. In this particular cipher, it is safe for you to speak your truth. That's your emotions. The healing, positive transformation is occurring on a soul level. The answers to your questions is yes, I am going to heal myself. It is a time of necessary upheaval, a blessing, a bliss in disguise. As the dust settles, the gift reveals itself. Do not lose sight of your original intentions, yet to mention. Check inside of your heart to see if the path you are traveling fits in with your original hopes and aspiration. If not, take action to control and steer your life back onto the course. Rest, switch off the mind with your deep breaths, a short holiday, a walk in the park, uh, a walk by the sea does a world of good at this time. A change of scenery results in renewed clarity and a sense of purpose. And in the end, it is time to heal old wounds. Forgiveness is required. Do not allow yourself to be a victim any longer, for in doing so, you only hurt yourself. You are an eternal love. You are eternally loved. Embrace the love that is being offered and allow it to heal you. Forgiveness is you can be mad at that person, but they're going along their merry way. So, forgiveness is an integral part of our healing. And so, I want to offer those words in the first hour of the program and then send out love vibrations through my rose quartz, pure rose quartz singing bowl. Ashe?
Yeah, that's beautiful, Cafonia. Hold, hold the rose quartz because I want to, Omzel, what you
Mhm,
just, what you just shared
Mhm.
about the, I'm putting on the family. I'm putting on the screen. It's called. You see, the website is at the bottom, and here's
Mhm.
another view. Omziel Healing Sanctuary. And this is speaking
Mhm.
of rites of passage. Um, for men, I don't know if it's exclusive for men, but at this time, this is for men because I never hear women saying when they have their circles, "Oh, we're going to invite men." Seldom do I hear that. Not to say it doesn't happen, but women are very exclusive in their circles. But I hope women of all nationalities deal with this kind of uh, circumstance that's happening on social media. I'm going to bring this up because before we can uh, call forth the goddess, we got to get rid of the rust that has come from the pain of women's disappointment from daddy not being there. And I'm going to bring this up because we can't sugarcoat the shadows, the dark side that is in our face, the obvious elephant that occurs on social media that our young men and women are watching and observing. So I'm going to pull this up because this is what needs to be, this is what needs healing. Before we can say I forgive, we got to bring a little, be wise as serpents. We gotta watch what this woman has to say. A professional woman. Y'all see
When you're
this?
wondering like, oh, well, why did he pursue me? Why did he want to be with me? And then now all of a sudden he pulled it back and he want me to chase him. He got to know you and he's disappointed. Let me tell you this. This is my I didn't disappoint a couple niggas. I know that there are men out here that was just like admire me from afar and it was like, surprise, I'm a hoe. Like, surprise, surprise. Look, in a week. Like, I know that I disappointed you. Like, I think that men, they see you from afar and they're like, wow, she's out here doing her thing. She's a boss, whatever. And then they get you and they see you off that Casamigos. You drunk as a fucking fish. Your diet don't consist of nothing. You listen to trap music every time you wake up. You have no morning routine. You have no core values. And they date you and they're like, damn, like, I thought it was something else. It's actually disappointing. That's my trigger, some of y'all.
Okay, we got to deal with this kind of healing. This is women saying what they're viewing, and on top of that, to make it what Kafunia was saying, this is what it leads to. It leads to a situation that your cells begin to exude this. Logic, could you read this for us, please?
Howard scientists, why grudges can give you cancer. Yes, it can. That's exactly true. I know a few people pass from that. Dr. Patrick, let me put my glass on. Dr. Patrick,
Can you see it? You need me to make it bigger?
You could, that'd be good. Dr. Patrick Ijewe, a medical consultant at Howard University, explains in 2025 report how holding a grudge can directly tie to disease, including cancer. Definitely.
You see?
We've all been there. You want me to continue?
Please.
We've all been there. We've been betrayed, hurt, either intentionally or unintentionally, or experienced some form of grief we may deem as downright unfair. Afterwards, everyone is faced with choice to either forgive and let go or harbor those ill feelings of pain and disappointment. But studies have linked the latter, holding on to a grudge, to physical illness like cancer. I know a woman who died from it. Why Black internet is not feeling. You want to read? You want me to read down? Continue.
Read it, brother.
Why Black internet is not.
Oh, let me see if there's more of it. Yeah, here it is. I'm sorry. According to one Howard University scientist. Go ahead.
According to one Howard University scientist, the weight of unforgiveness might do more than just strain relationships. It could take a toll on the body altogether. Although cutting folks off has practically become a cultural sport in the Black community, some experts say the emotional strain that follows might do more harm than good. Said research has led to a deeper conversation about how much it really costs to stay mad. Believe me, stress, resentment, and unresolved angers don't just live in our heads. They can manifest physically through fatigue, tension, and even illness. Even comedians and former talk show hosts like Steve Harvey gave his take on how holding resentment is like a cancer, detailing how it eats away at you from inside out. And it seems experts agree.
Let me see what he says here.
I think I saw this show too.
If you got someone who you feel has wronged you and you carrying that, that's like a cancer. And all it's doing is eating away at you. Do you know how many people I've had to forgive that have never asked me for forgiveness? You know how many people I just let go because I just ain't have no more time to spend no more time thinking about that.
Okay. This is something that we have to deal with. This is called shadow work. I think that's what it's called. Please continue right there, Laji.
Okay. Dr. Patrick Ajayeware, a medical consultant at Howard University, said in 2025 report that these emotional burdens are directly tied to disease. A project known as the Forgiveness Project explored the connection between human behavior and disease, reportedly revealing a relationship between difficult to treat cancer and unforgiveness, which Ajiware cites in his discoveries. Of all cancer patients, 61% have forgiveness issues, and of those, more than half are severe. He stated, per restored to freedom, per restored to freedom, harboring negative emotions like anger and hatred creates a state of chronic anxiety that raises cortisol levels and suppresses the immune system.
Okay, I want to play this right here. This is real important, family.
60% of adults with cancer is related to unforgiveness. In 2017, Dr. Patrick Idjaware, a medical director who studied at Johns Hopkins University and a consultant at Howard University in Washington, D.C., stated that many adults who had cancer was directly related to unforgiveness. He said that there was a project in the United States called the Forgiveness Project about the link between human behavior and diseases, which linked the difficult to treat cancer to unforgiveness.
All right, y'all heard that, right?
Yeah.
Now, and this is in everyone's, you know, someone in your family, friends. Please continue, Laji.
One of the major causes of rapid cancer cell mutation is by the presence of negative emotions, which include hatred, grief, and others which can lead to depression. He stated, when there is a breakdown of immune system, the normal cell mutates into cancer cells, which make them spread faster. He continued, the bad news is that when the body is not related, the mind will not
relaxed.
Relax. The mind will not relax sufficiently enough to enter the deep sleep cycle to produce melatonin, which is the primary hormone responsible for inhibiting cancer cell growth. Dr. Steve Stanford, chief of surgery at the Cancer Treatment Center of America, echoed that sentiment, urging that refusing to forgive folks can make people sick and even interfere with the decision they make leading up to treatment. It's important to treat emotional wounds and disorder because they really can hinder someone's reaction to the treatment, even someone willing to pursue treatment. Stanford explained per CBN News.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'd like to say something in regard to that. A lot of people getting this cancer because it's well known. This is not just really not new stuff. It's well known that resentment creates cancer. And it's like we have it in all our families. All our families, somebody did you wrong. The person closest to you is going to do you wrong. You know, if you know anybody don't believe that, if anybody feels that I got away from that, no. Read the New Testament, and you'll see there's a guy in there that got so wronged. It's been known for the last 2,000 years, and he ain't do nothing bad to no one. You got to expect that this is going to happen. The key is always forgive, because the forgiveness is not for the other person. The forgiveness is you were thinking that, I'm going to forgive this person, and that person don't think they did anything wrong. In fact, they fault you. And we're living this reality all the time. We're living a reality of resentment and hurt and this and that. And I'm wondering, how is this structured so this unnatural thing proliferates in our community? Is it one of these things designed to further eliminate us? Which is obvious to anybody looking, and if you ain't looking, it's still obvious. But is all this negativity we see, and especially in our community, is it designed to perpetuate our own demise? Because if we don't check it, it's going to check us.
Well, I would say somewhere something got misdirected.
A glitch.
During the civil rights era, as far as this family separation for a paycheck. There's something that was diabolically done to separate the family unit, because every culture that even comes to America, family blood is first. Yeah. And so when the family has been broken, that's what replaces it is gang activity. You can't speak about we got gangs. the young boy who doesn't have his father in the home, and the mother thinks that, for whatever reason, and I'm not saying men are perfect and I'm not saying women are perfect. What I'm saying is we have to forgive. And after this clip, I want you, Kafunya, and you, Omzael, to take it after this clip,
Okay.
because family, I want you during this full moon, I want you to literally think of someone who deceived you, who disappointed you, who was a traitor to your heart. I want you to think about, it'll come to you. That first thoughts. This may even go back into your childhood years, your high school years, your elementary school years. It might have been friends. It might have been family. It might have been a neighbor. It might have been yourself to forgive. So here on this full moon, I want us to take the time to forgive all creation, all life. Because while you're pointing one finger, 3 is pointing back.
That's right.
So in the spirit of Ho'oponopono, I am going to pull this up. And then after this plays, Kafunya, Omzael, I want y'all to build on it, if you may. Please. Here we go. 1 second. Let me get it going.
While you're getting it going, I'd like to interject this one thing, Hank. We got to remember, not only we got this stuff in our own families, but the system who has been against us set up a program that will give you to the black family or to the black woman, will give you money as long as you get that man out your house. Because they know how powerful having a father in a house would help and tie the whole family together. So it was programs that was initiated. And there's one even going now. And I don't want to wax and wane on it, but there's one going now, and it's up to us to realize, look, these things are designed to break us up, and we have to see them and route them out of our reality.
Well, as I always like to hear, thank you for that, Logi. I like to always say what Lester says: high frequency rules over low frequency. And building on that, we have to do the shadow work, and this is Shadow Work 101 right here. And let us listen. And then after this, Kafunya, Omzael, please.
Ho'oponopono, Ho'oponopono, Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you.
My heart is heavy from painful memories that haunt my mind all day and night. I didn't mean to hurt you, let me wash it all away and make our hearts feel light. I'm sorry, so sorry, so sorry. Please, please forgive me. I love you, I love you, I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Ho'oponopono, Ho'oponopono, Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you. My heart is heavy from painful memories that haunt my mind all day and night.
I didn't mean to hurt you, let me wash it all away and make our hearts feel light.
I'm sorry, so sorry, so sorry. Please, please forgive me. I love you, I love you, I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Ho'oponopono, ho'oponopono, ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you. My heart is heavy from painful memories that haunt my mind all day and night. I didn't mean to hurt you, let me wash it all away and make our hearts feel light. I'm sorry, so sorry, so sorry. Please, please forgive me. I love you, I love you, I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Ho'oponopono, ho'oponopono, ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you.
My heart is heavy from painful memories that haunt my mind all day and night. I didn't mean to hurt you, let me wash it all away and make our hearts feel light.
I'm sorry, so sorry, so sorry. Please, please forgive me. I love you, I love you, I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Ho'oponopono.
Ho'oponopono.
Yeah, that is Uncle Hanky. You got your finger on the pulse.
Mm. Mm.
Got your finger on
Yes.
the pulse
Yes.
um, because we have followed these foreign entities, and because we felt we wanted to integrate with the powers that should not be back in the civil rights movement. I think that whole integration thing was a definite trick because we had our own systems. Like Uncle Henky was saying when he was reading the report about, how the system that should not be, and Laji touched on it too, you know, uh, for me, I didn't need to feel the need to live amongst Europeans to feel great because I had the opportunity to live in a black country such as Jamaica to see how we flourish and whatnot. But some of those countries in the Caribbean are also being infected by the virus of, they wanted to have KFC and all of this other BS, and the Popeyes. Come on. I mean, we don't need any of those things, And I just want to say a couple of words uh, to the family. First and foremost, thank you, Uncle Hanky, for playing that beautiful. It's so soothing. It must have been done in 432 hertz because that's the heart vibration of the earth. That the energy around the earth is like 432 hertz, which is a calming the nervous system and getting us to reflect on the hoodwinking that has been going on in this society. So I want to say something to our audience. It'll take me a minute, but just stand by and just take some nice deep breaths and listen to these words I have to say. And then I will talk to you about my own journey of forgiveness and what I had to do to forgive certain people as well that hurt me deeply, where I thought I would have to go into an asylum at one point in my life. But after that, I will read what I have to read first and then explain, if I may. There is nothing sadder than looking back on some point of our life with regret, wondering what you could have done but did not. So I say go for it. Sometimes it's better to try to sometimes it's better to try and fail than not to try at all. All is not lost. We still have time to turn a situation around. Let go of fear and apprehension, and follow your heart. Brothers and sisters, I want you to know that there is a flame inside of our hearts, a light that stems from the dawn of time. Ancient love and ancient knowledge are being rekindled. Close your eyes and feel the love that is inside of you. And I'm not talking about the Hollywood type of love. I'm talking about that divine spark, that frequency that circulates your heart with the energy and frequency of 432. Allow it to flow into your life and watch all transformation to light. Allow the infinite power of love within you to radiate unconditionally in all directions, yet stand tall in your sense of self and in your own truth. The healing power of love will help you burn through all illusions, and you will discover new possibilities. This is a powerful time in this full moon of transformation and ideas of creation. Your life is unfolding in accordance with divine will. Your soul, trust and let go of fear and apprehension. You are protected and eternally blissed. Have patience. All manifests in perfect timing. Now, my story of betrayal. This was a money issue, and the other one was a love issue, so-called love issue. And I was guided to do these forgiveness baths. I would, I would pour water all over me and say, I forgive that person. I forgive that person because I was able to give that person a large contractual amount of money. They were just sitting at home doing nothing. And I was the conduit for the contract to be, manifested. And that person, you know, you know how people get money and they switch on you and they have say all manner of things about you that are not true just to justify their own doing. Well, that's what happened to me, and that hurt me more than the actual funds that I was supposed to receive. And what I did, like I said, I got in the bathtub, I got some rose quartz in the bathtub, and I just kept on saying, I forgive myself. I forgive myself for feeling this way. And I forgive you. I forgive you. And I kept on saying it and saying it, not a one-time thing. I had to keep on saying it because it would just come back to me more and more and more. And then the other story is that I was, touring and doing a lot of things. And my so-called partner had a relationship while I was away in front of my children. And that hurt me so much that I should have been like crazy, you know. But again, I was guided to just say, okay, I was guided. It's not a one-time thing. I even wrote a letter. I burned it. There's a couple of things. These things don't happen overnight. It's a journey, but it didn't stop me from loving my Black man. It never stopped me from that. But I went on a sabbatical of fasting to myself, and I was able to get over it and really get over it, because every time it came up, I would say, look, I don't want to be sad. I don't want to go through any of that anymore. And I was even ready to leave New York and go in a small town in Arizona and resume my practice as a licensed respiratory therapist. So I say that to say, when you hear music such as Ho'oponopono, or just go out and just cry to the tree, hug a tree, put on some music, do something that's going to make you happy. I am a person that practices with the singing bowls. I place the stones, the ancient art of laying stones on the body. I use the tuning forks, and then I listen to the person, and then the intuition comes in to guide me to what to say. Some people, by the time they finish with the session, they have tears in their eyes and whatnot, and it doesn't happen overnight. So people can reach out to me, Kafunya Star Rebel on Instagram. And I will be at King Simon's event on both days, doing a sound healing meditation with the bowls and the tuning forks. So that's on November 15th and 16th. I will be laying it up for the people so they can feel the frequency of love. And I know Uncle Hanky is going to be there with the Ho'oponopono, because mental health is an all-time high within each and every one, because like I said, we've been sold a false narrative of things. And thank you so much. And Uncle Hanky, I sent you the flyer for the 15th and the 16th. And I also sent you a image of seedless lemons.
Yeah, yeah. Hold the seedless lemons right now. Let's just stay focused on the
Right.
healing because it's in synchronicity with what
Okay.
Brother Omzel Yahe Om is doing, and we'll get to the nutritional part maybe at King Simon's event
Yeah.
because we want to, I invited him on so that he could share this special healing ministry that he's doing.
Mm.
So let me move this out the way. Omzel, talk
Yes,
to us,
I'm here.
please.
I'm here,
Yes.
brother. Thank you so much, Queen Kafunya. I appreciate you, and you truly are a goddess, and you've helped to change my life so deeply. And um, but it all ties up into the mission that we're doing here. All of this comes together, especially about the Hopopono that is coming out of the islands of the Polynesian islands of Hawaii. And it has to do with the indigenous people where they have this mantra, repeating these things. And we need to do that, right? Because when you think of a character like Jesus, or rather his original name was Yeshua, right? When you think about how they poisoned his mission and his message so terribly, what I think of is that the colonizers came over and introduced this Jesus religion, and you either got the sword or you got the Bible, which often, as indigenous people, we got both. And it's a crazy thing where the conqueror comes in looking a certain way and then forces this god upon you that looks exactly like the conqueror too. So there's like these deep ingrained things that are inside of us that we need to break free from them. And the only way we can do that is by forgiving. Why? Because Yeshua came for that mission here in this realm. He came to open up the heart chakra so people can forgive each other, forgive themselves for committing transgressions upon themselves. And this is where the Omzia Healing Sanctuary comes in, especially with the men's retreats, because once the family structure is broken, as the male man leader, the one who leads the tribe, he leads the village, he leads the family, it's broken already. He has no direction. He has no sense of where he's going or how he's going to lead, the children and his family and etc. in the finances and food and health and spirituality, especially that, you see. So that's where we come in with the Wind Horse Rising Men's Retreat. Wind Horse is a term that comes from the Himalayan mountains. What it means, it's very ancient. It comes from the Sanskrit, written in Sanskrit. And the wind horse has to do with being rich, but not of material wealth of this world. No, rich in spirit, in energy. You see, so with the Wind Horse Rising Men's Experience, we help men become men again, to stand strong in their power. And we're only as strong as our habits. We teach men, when I rise, make your bed. That's the first thing you should be doing.
Right.
Then 16 ounces of room temperature water with sea salt and a squeeze of lime. You see, then after that, I do a little bit of green tea, but I also start with the sea moss, and start getting these good herbs inside of me and supplements and things of that nature. You see, instead, men are getting up, they run right away to their phone and see what's going on. They got to see what's on the socials and all of that. And they go to bed with that too. They're right in their bed. And we teach brothers, your bedroom is sacred. No electronics in your bedroom, no TV, no cell phone, none of that. You see? So we guide men with some of these routines so that they can have a life where they can step into their power, stand up as a strong man.
Yeah, you bringing up a funny point. In a way, it's funny because it's like men and women both got to learn to get that phone away. I mean,
Yeah,
one
correct.
time, I had a moment that, I was sharing a tantric moment, and the woman pulled out a cell phone and started trying to videotape me. And I was like, now hold up. No, this is not for Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. You know, this is a sacred moment. And then just like, just took the phone.
Yeah.
Said, yo, it was a bizarre moment.
Chronic. It's chronic.
Like when I open and I'm looking at an eyeball of a cell phone. I'm like, wait a second. You know, this is bizarre. That was a while ago, but you triggered something. I'm still healing.
You got to forgive, brother. But anyway, it has.
I ain't forgot it yet. Yeah, on this full moon.
yeah. But you know, it's a pandemic. If you want to think of a pandemic, that's where the real one is.
Yeah.
You know, this is keeping people on these phones. I mean, tomorrow, when you leave your house and start traveling to your destination, look around. You see there's people, they're driving, looking at the phones. They're walking. You remember, Brother Baba, back in the days when a woman, she would see you coming and she would grab her purse, right? Like you was going to take her, snatch her purse. Now you could take her earrings off, her shoes, her stockings. She wouldn't even know. That's how engrossed they are into the phone. It's like they fall right into these cell phones. And it's done systematically, you know, to keep us separate. They say, oh, now you can keep in touch with family. No, we're more separate.
Yeah.
No, we don't even call people. They're texting me. There's some people, they text me for 20 minutes straight. I'm like, just call me. But we can't talk anymore. It's just sad. We're at that level of communications, you know. It's a two-edged sword because, see, with these electronical devices, we're able to use these platforms. I can reach, and Brother Hank can reach thousands, countless of people. We touch lives and transform lives that we would never know. They would never tell us how something that we said touched them in a deep way. You know, so here's the healing factor that comes in. But also, there's the downside. We're separate from our family. We don't speak to our women. We don't empower the goddess in our home. Our children, we don't raise them as kings and queens like we should do. Spend time with them. Step into somebody's homes. People are on the computer and they don't create. They don't draw. They don't paint with their children. They don't spend quality time with them. You know. So this is what the men's Windhorse Rising experience is all about. It's helping men to be men also, right? And to embrace that masculinity. You know, see, don't make me go into, you know, how men are walking around, you know, how they're dressing and talking and their hair and plucking the eyebrows, and man, it just goes on, you know, with the pants hanging down. I understand this is fashion and stuff, but you need to know the origins of pants hanging down comes in the prison system. And, you know, people, let's go, family. Let's go. Let's learn. There's so many things here. They're tricking us. You're right, Sister Kafunia. That's it. Rise up. They're tricking us with these things. It's systematic. It's the playbook from the civil rights movement to the so-called freedom that was given to us back, you know, when Lincoln had the Civil War. I mean, it goes way back. You see, they're tricking us.
I want to pull up this comedy moment. I mean, this is what I was talking about. You know, healing needs to happen on both ends. This is Chris Tucker talking about the new.
That's cool. That ain't cool, man. Because this new generation, something wrong with them. I don't know what's wrong. I'm serious. I was dating this girl and it was going good. You know, I thought it was cool. I said, this is going to be good. I mean, we got close. It was wild and we started making love. And I was like, this is good. She's like, she might be the one. She might be the one. And I opened up my eyes and she was tweeting. I said, what the hell you doing tweeting with us?
I'm telling you.
You are rude as hell. She's like, people need to know what you're doing. I said, no, not this, no. I took the phone. I said, what the hell are you tweeting? Talking about Chris handling his business. I said, you can tweet this, but that's it.
Yeah. So this is what kind of stuff be going on, you know?
That's it. Let's go. You know, wake up, people. Wake up.
There's certain things that we do that make us let me put it like this: men and women relationships. There's certain things that we do as men. If we don't do it, that a woman is predisposed to just cut that relationship off. Like if we don't protect the woman, right? Whether we meet her the first day, whether we've been married to her for years. If we show to be a coward when we should be protecting them, they're genetically predisposed to cut that relationship off. They will have no more love for us. They will have no more respect. That being the case, at any given moment, we have to put our life on the line, because who knows could come and threaten you and your woman. That being the case, what then does that woman have to give you? See, we're looking at it as this is what we're supposed to give, but the woman is not looking at it what she's supposed to give. She's taking that for granted and not realizing there's a reciprocity in our relationship. And then they sneak this in and reward the women to break down the relationship, with the things that they're doing. And us as men, unfortunately, we're not calling them on it. We're not letting them know, look, you know what? We don't need you. We can give it with any woman, and they're going to give us black children. We need, as men, to come in and check the women that's telling us they're kings and they're queens and they're goddesses. And I'll tell them straight away, goddess acts a certain way. A princess acts a certain way. And you're not acting like that. In fact, right now, this is an international disgrace of how our people are acting. Women raising boys to be men who themselves didn't have a father, from a mother who didn't have
We're going into the shadow work, family. This is called shadow work, family.
And
this is the shadows, because from the shadows we go to heaven, but you can't get to heaven before you go into the shadows.
Yeah.
We can't play hopscotch with the shadow work. We got to say, eeny, meeny, mighty, mo, I got dirt between my toe.
You got to love the shadow and then transform. You can't put on an act that you've transformed. You really have to love your shadow and then transform it, because it won't transform without your love.
Yeah, brother Baba, there's oftentimes lots of opportunities and choices for women to go to all sorts of retreats, women's circles. I mean, they're hugging each other. And in fact, when one pops up, they don't have no problem going. They go right away, throw their money down on the table. I'll be there, sister. I got you. And then they're learning, at least. But for men, look around. There's very few choices for men.
If you go to one of them women's healing circles, those best friend girls, they will cut their throat. They'll cut each other's throat to get to you. Yahe Om. Come on now. We talking about the shadow work now. Come on.
Yeah,
I'm checking out. You got your goatee and you on here talking like what's his name? BLS. Frankie Crocker. You might have a problem just by you being on this show.
Yeah, I just might. But for those of you that are into those biblical scriptures, you'll see the one that says that the man is the one that leads the family spiritually. And this is where some of the things are broken in our society. You see, and it has to do with some of that.
I want to bring up. I want to acknowledge the brother that who pumped this in, because this is really, really important. That is why men are due way more respect. As a man, you are already dead. If you stand for something, you're willing to give and devote your life to it. Securing women, the family, the kids means you stand. And then there was another comment that he made that we got to put this out there, because the miseducation of modern people is that women are more sensitive than men, when it's actually the opposite.
Yeah.
A woman will become a goddess when she realizes men are more sensitive than women. And when you have like things such as and I'm not saying, I'm not pointing fingers at either gender, because we're in the dark cycle they call Kali Yuga. And they said the worst of humanity has to be born before the golden age of enlightenment. And what that means, family, the worst of humanity, men and women, have to be born before we go into the golden age of enlightenment. That means shadow work. Carl Jung. Shadow work. The dark force, if you want to call it that, the unaddressed trauma, pain, hurt. And we have to literally pull up all the demons in our food, the parasites from our colon that cause us to act out, because people act out, men and women act out because of pain, childhood trauma. And what the brother said here, when I go into prayer, my eyes always finds a way to tear up. I think I have a lot of pain that I'm holding on to that I need to release, but I'm a man. I try not to I don't. He was taught as a child, shut up, boys don't cry, men don't cry. What we do is go somewhere and die from the screams in our cells. So I want to thank you, Don Coolio. Talk to us, Omziel.
Yes, Sister Kafunia has a hand up. I want to respect the sister. Go ahead. You want to say? Yes, yes. Okay. You there, Sister Kafunia? Yeah.
No, you got your mute. Oh, okay, you got it.
Okay. So I wanted to read something that I found. I don't know if it was like on a Buddhist channel or whatnot, but it says, a man's true wealth is not measured by the numbers in his account, but by the quality of the atmosphere he creates at home. If his wife feels safe, cherished, and provided for, then her nervous system relaxes, her heart opens, and she becomes a vessel of beauty, joy, and creativity. When a woman is tense, guarded, or burdened with the weight of survival, her light dims. When her light dims, the man's world counter contracts. He may push harder, grind more, chase endlessly, yet fortune will elude him because the abundance he seeks out there is directly tied to the harmony he cultivates in here, in the sacred around of, right? Hold on. To be clear, this is not solely about material spoilings, but hold on. Okay. It's not about, I'm sorry for the interruption. To be clear, it's not solely about material spoilings, but about the love of lighting her up. To spoil your wife means to give her what she needs most: safety, consistency, attention, presence. It means valuing her inner world. We're talking about a goddess now. We're valuing her inner world as much as your outer achievement. It means understanding that her smile is not just a byproduct of luxury. In the West, we have been taught to put things in compartment. Business here, marriage there, money over here, love over there. But the ancients knew these realms are inseparable. A man who neglects his home eventually sabotages his wait a minute, hold on. All right. Okay. The masculine's greatest wealth, according to this article, is found in the feminine peace. In the feminine's peace, her joy is not just a reflection of his love. It is the wellspring of his provision, his legacy, his power. And then it also talks about the Bible. He who has a good woman has a good, favor from the Most High God. And too many relationships fall because the man is focused on money and his work, not the presence and joy in his home, not realizing that when you start with the latter first, the former takes care of itself. Energy is everything. What do you beautiful people say about that?
You already have a response. A lower vibrational woman thinks that true love is for a man to love her unconditionally through him trying to please her every wish. For example, she
Which way?
think a man should be a simp for her. This is the dark cycle that we're living in, the worst of humanity that has been born. So you could have the holy text from 20,000 years ago, but right now we're in Satan's kitchen as far as the souls that are incarnated on the planet, men and women. So what we have to do is emotionally, psychologically circle the wagons and get in our sacred center.
You know, in the Bible, they took out a very important story. It was about Adam's first wife, and her name was Lilith. And Lilith is indicative of the average woman today. You in the Vedic system, they got these 4 classes of women: the Padmini, which the average person never sees in the world. You got the Chitrini, who is what we used to see back in the 30s and 40s. Then you got the Shankani and the Hastani, the lowest type of women. They're like Lilith. It's up to us, just like Adam. He said, you know, if this is who you are, I don't need you and I don't want you. God made me first. I know more about this realm here than you because you came later. Her attitude was, God made us from the same dirt. We are equal. I didn't come from you and you're not greater than me. And then she goes off and gets with demons and gives birth to demons, which is what we see now. But they flipped the story on us. You'll get with a dirty man that you knew was dirty from the beginning because you want the bad boy. You want this, that, and the other. And then blame all of us for your bad choices.
Oh,
you in a program today where the women were talking about, why don't you accept me with my 3-4 kids by 3-4 different men? No, with no consciousness that this is ugly. It's polygamy, but it's female polygamy. It's serial polygamy, and it's ugly. Look at these guys in the Middle East. They're doing polygamy, but it's male polygamy. The women are driving in Rolls Royces. I mean, all you guys, you go to Dubai and you see this guy got 4 wives, and they're going to a Rolls Royce, and they got hundreds of thousands of dollars under their bed. Right. One of these polygamies are ugly. The other is beautiful. They got a whole bunch of kids. And just think about it. How many relationships are destroyed because a woman feels hurt behind her man getting another woman? And when we read any scripture, all of them are polygamous. So who is perverting the minds of our community to think that a man's nature to repopulate the community, because we go to war. Men, we go to war and we're doing it all the time. So the natural tendency is to hold the community together by having more than one woman, but you don't have a bunch of women to just be having sex. That's foolish. It's wicked. It's perverse. You have to be able to take care of those women, and you lead those women with your knowledge, all kind of knowledge, not only with education, but with tantra, so that they're pleased, you know, with wisdom, with money, you know, with strength, you know. And it's like, if the woman is not there to shore us up, especially when times are hard, we go a little cuckoo. But we were already cuckoo in the first place. That's why they brought women to the planet, to stop us from warring with the gods who said, these, they're crazy. They didn't just get women. They got the most beautiful women in the galaxy to tame us down.
Now, thank you for sharing that, Elijah. We, as I said before, we're in the cycle of darkness, family. We're in literally hell's kitchen on earth. We are the lowest frequencies incarnate men and women. It's not one gender or the other, because according to Credo Mutua, who we also thank and invite, originally it wasn't women. Originally it wasn't men. We were homogeneous, androgynous life forms with super telepathic abilities before the arrival of extraterrestrials who, for the purpose of slavery and confusion and genetic division between the genders, there was a separation where the gods in the Bible said, let us make man in our image after our likeness. And according to Credo Mutwa, the Zulu said that once the separation, they had a choice. They can go into the one chamber and become from androgynous, homogeneous, and not in need of external sexual titillation or stimulation because we were holy, spheres, complete with the kundalini of the moon and the sun, the day and the night, the light and the darkness. We were whole beings, and these fallen extraterrestrials separated the genders. And according to Credo Mutwa, that's when the sexual energy experiences and the shutdown of the pineal gland, the slave class went buck wild on planet Earth because we were genetically mutated into two genders. So this is where we are. We are literally a petri dish of a planet from a social experiment tens and thousands of years ago. And even in the Bible, it said God was jealous. What kind of, whether you want to call him whatever name you want to have for this Abrahamic God that wanted sacrifices, there's more. Millions have been murdered according by the gods that's in the Bible, and the so-called devil has little to none. And I'm not even talking about. I'm just talking about if you look in the scriptures. If you really know your Bible, God told like Hebrews, hey, go kill the men, rape the women, and abuse the children, and do as you want. This is so-called gods that's in the Bible.
That's what
you forgot, and bring me all the gold back. You forgot that one.
Oh yeah. So we are in Hell's
what
Kitchen.
Does God have to do with gold? He doesn't need gold, or
exactly.
she doesn't need.
What kind of God would simply be jealous?
Exactly.
Yeah. Those are human traits. Yeah.
And I want to say, to those people who think that a certain people are chosen, we're all chosen because we're here on the planet. It's not just one entity or one people that is, we're the chosen people. Can you imagine when they were trying to settle these so-called zoos in Uganda? And Idi Amin said, no way. You know what I mean? And then the thing of it is that, what God talks about killing women and children, what, I don't know what God they're talking about.
A bloodthirsty one.
Yeah. I don't know. And I wanted to build on what Laji was saying about polygamy. I understand what you're saying about polygamy because I always thought, and I will always think that once the man has a desire for another woman, he must definitely be able to take care of that woman. He must be able to be honest that he's interested in another female, and his first wife is the one that goes talks to the woman first, because you don't know which what kind of energy she's coming. Is she coming to destroy the family, or is she coming to build the family? And I will say nobody on this planet owns anybody. And some men do want more than one woman, and some don't. And what the Western society does, they have a mistress on the side. They have a mistress. They might even have 3 mistresses on the side.
Yeah, people don't understand that in certain cultures in ancient times, when you had more than one woman, there was other things that were going on. You wanted to secure that you could have children and things of that nature, but only if you could afford those women too. You had to support them and all that. And she was the one. The women, as you know, in ancient times too. Women were the ones who run everything. They owned all kinds of things, even in the indigenous people of this land. That the woman, she's the one who owned the teepee and everything. They said if you came home and if your stuff was outside of the teepee, you were divorced. Right. Simple as that, bro.
You were
and
done.
Just go get to stepping. Yeah.
So the Western way is like twisted. oh, you have to have one woman, but yet you have your mistresses on the side,
Yeah.
which
Yes.
causes confusion. You know
Sister
what I mean?
Cafunia, that's the patriarch. We
The
live in a
patriarchal.
patriarch society. It's the men, and in my opinion, I feel that this happens in many instances that when these things happen, that men like tend to over dominate. Women is because at one time women were the ones who were running things, and things were just fine. And then here comes men saying, no, we're not having that no more. We the ones that want to step up, and when we know that
Oh, I remember
women are stronger than men.
that's a Native American verse. It said basically that women, yeah, they not only took care of the land, they took care of the fields, and like
Yeah.
male lions, the men were the protectors, while the women did the heavy labor.
And the
And
hunting. The men did the hunting.
let me finish, Cafonia. And the
Okay.
men
Just joining
were
in.
the protectors over the women and children, and then the Europeans came and messed it all up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
With
Go
You know,
ahead, Cafonia.
with
Laji.
Christianity. With Christianity.
I see that there was a natural way all around, and I mean, I've been studying history to try to figure out this thing. I remember in the study group, in the City College study group back in the 90s, when they were going after Jeffries for saying the truth. I looked at these various things, and I said to myself, and then by traveling and doing empirical research, and I'm seeing that this planet is filled on the outside with melanated people, right? Just about everywhere you go, and they are psychologically being programmed to destroy the melanin in their system by being light and light and lighter. My point is this: there was a system, there was a way, and nature dictated that way, and we followed that way. It wasn't like women went out and hunted. It was unnatural. They're not the strongest ones, nor do they have the temperament to face lions and tigers and bears, but we do. And those creatures understand, if that man is around, don't think that that's a lion. He'll take a lion out, or a tiger, or everything, an elephant. He's the boss. All the animals know that. They'll see us and get frightened, and this, that, and elephants, and all of the elephants. We are the boss here. We're the ones that become Christ conscious. We're the ones that lead the way. It was made like that. And I said to some brothers just the other day, I'm like, yo, I blame y'all for not checking the women. Look, Satan didn't go after Adam first. He went after Eve. Why? There's laws. There's laws that you will go to jail because a woman is easily influenced. It's called statutory rape. How is that? How come they don't put that on us? You're not gonna go to jail if a woman come and entice us to have sex with them, but you will go to jail if you do that to a woman, because from ancient times they know you can easily influence a woman. We're supposed to be protecting that. We should also be protecting the whole of society and not let them come in with this, that, and the other. We're going to give you money if you kick the man out the house. Huh?
Terrible.
Huh?
I did want to say that a bit earlier in the show, I did mention that, what we do in these men's retreats is we're guiding. These are some of the pillars that we stand by. It's just a guiding, because what we're doing, and what Cafunia also often mentions, is just remembering. That's all we're doing, because we already have these knowledges inside of us, but they take it out of us and they put these flashy, shiny objects in front of us. But what we like to say here at the Omzia Healing Sanctuary is that we're more like ushers at the movie theater. We're just helping you. We're just helping you get to your seat without knocking somebody's popcorn over. You see? Why? Why? Because right?
I like
Why?
that.
Because the movie's yours. Because the movie's yours. That's why. You see, it's you. It's your movie. And people often come to me, thank you so much. You helped me change my life. And bro, that was you. We just supported you. We just helping you to remember who you are. You are strong. You are a leader. You are a man. What does that mean? That has nothing to do with sex or nothing like that. No.
If we was to just simply take back, because you take a kid at 18 years old to become a millionaire, it takes 8 years. Because you're going to make that million, you're going to lose it. Then at the end of those 8 years, as you keep accumulating money, there's be plenty you have in the house, but you have learned now how to hold on to it.
Right.
But that rites of passage and that process, which is a science. we're given to let them be playboys and go out here and have sex with all these women and destroy their homes and destroy their families. And it should be looked upon. It should be stopped by the men who have power. You can't do that. You can't go into somebody's house and raid their daughters and knowing that they're easily influenced and then having kids with them and going off. It should be, you should not be having sex with them. If you want to have sex, you need to have it so bad. There's the oldest institution for that, because there's women for that. And I respect them because they're in business. I got no respect for a woman just going out there being
You know what?
Listen, it's not just women.
Right.
I mean, we are literally offspring.
We guided not to do that.
We got to be responsible. And the ones that I'm drawing from are the books that I read in my teen years. Robert Beck, Pimp, The Story of My Life. And he said, you got to learn to become a man. And he learned this from the older so-called pimps or men of leisure. You got to put your DICK in your pocket. Just because you wake up with a protrusion through the blankets does not mean that you use that to not only guide you to a pot belly feeding frenzy in the kitchen, or every little wooden hole in a tree, or every knot in a tree fence or elevator shaft, because you will be consumed by that. And so you have, like I said, we're in Devil's Kitchen on a planetary level with souls that are pre-K souls. So we can't really point fingers at either men or women. We just saying it's a madhouse, it's on fire. And even Martin Luther King said, I led my people into a burning house, according to Harry Belafonte. I led my people into a burning house. So thanks to our fallen ancestors, and according to Pimpology 101, the first sucker was Adam. Can't blame it on Eve. Eve had her nature, Lilith had her nature, but how come that so-called great almighty one didn't give some extra DNA chromosomes to that so-called male to make him stand up and be a man, including Samson, including David, including Solomon? Keep your DICK in your pocket and let your liquid crystal cultivate, elevate, transmutate so that you can radiate and hypnotize, mesmerize, and actualize the females who are amplifiers of your frequency. So we can't blame the women for acting out in a devil's kitchen because the men are simps since Adam.
But remember,
nobody interrupt me. I'm rolling. I'll come. Y'all can have a moment. Simps. Now I learned this years ago. My brother Lenny stole my book. The first Simps was Adam. The first Simps was Samson. The first Simps was David. After he knocked out the lion, David, he wanted another man's wife, so he sent the guy to the front line to get smoked, so he could steal another man's wife. This is biblical history. So the first fall was the simp that couldn't control his DICK, and then Lilith and Eve pimped him because he was a sucker. So now who we gonna blame? Let's keep it 100 in the dark cycle of Hell's Kitchen, aka Prison Planet, Chicken Farm, Simp Head, Earth. Now y'all go ahead.
Well,
Now,
I wanted to say,
do you remember the game Ring of Leaving?
Hold on, Laji. Let Kafunya speak.
I agree with you because the men were looking at these Coca-Cola bottle-shaped women. That's what they were doing. They were doing that, and so the women, the melanin women, felt that they would have to, get the butt injections, have the big breasts, have the, and the women felt that this is what the man actually wanted. But nowadays, the men don't want that fake stuff anymore.
Anymore.
Well, that's what I'm hearing. They
anymore.
Yeah.
They'll already look like that.
You squeeze them too hard and silicone squirts.
And it smells.
Yes. So a lot of women who had the BBMs and the breast implants and the fake hair and the fake eyelashes and everything, well, according to some men that I have, listened to, they don't want that fakeness, like you said, anymore.
Dealing with our shadow work. There was a game when we were kids, Hank, called Ring Olivia. And you had these guys in the prison. We've decided, any mini gypsalini, thumbling, you put them out. They gotta be the ones that go out and capture the other crowd, right? Now I'm speaking about this in relationship to the shadow work. Now they gotta capture the guy and put them in the prison. Like we got captured and put in the prison right here in the hells of North America, right? But every now and then, and once they got everybody, then that team could go out and they got to come out and get them. But every now and then, even the littlest, youngest guy could get in there and just yell, free, and everybody goes free. And that game was so much fun. That game was it was like fun unleashed. But that's what we got to do now. We gotta take the burden of one way or another getting in and freeing our brothers and sisters from this quagmire we find ourselves in now.
That's why we have Omzel on the show tonight, and that is why he called 15 minutes. No, he called half an hour before the show without knowing, and it was incredible. It was literally incredible.
It was perfect. It was perfect timing. You're right. And when I feel that spirit moves me in a certain way and someone pulls my coat like Brother Hank, I have to respond. That's it. I put the kids outside on the roof and that's it. I just waited till they, and speaking about the cultures that we live in, when you think of like the Spartans, they used to put the kids out early, right outside into the wilderness. For a week or two. That's it. No food, no jacket, none of that.
Training.
Now, these kids are being, limousine to school and, lifted up off the bed and brought to the bathroom. Like, it's just terrible. We've lost that strength, that inner struggle. We don't want our kids to suffer, but that's only where growth happens. When you think of all the masters, descended and ascended masters, it's all about mastering yourself. That's how they do it, mastering their mind, so that way when temptation comes up and all these shiny objects, they're able to step away from that and lead. That's why guys show up and take the Buddha, for instance. Buddha is just a title. He was just a teacher, and he often said, listen, don't worship me and don't be putting all that. And now, well, look what happened. They put his image in all of that everywhere, and they missed the message. Same thing goes with Yahshua, right? Do you think he wanted to be a god, or all of these temples that open? He was speaking against those things. He was talking about love and to forgive people and to live a life that has a higher standard with higher frequency and to reach that Christ consciousness.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Yahshua was trained in ancient Africa too, in what they call ancient Kemet.
Yep,
so a
that's
lot
right.
of these principles and everything that we see him have, the originating point was in ancient Kemet.
Yeah,
he also
all of
went
them.
to Arabia and Tibet. And
Yes,
he found
okay.
his master in India. He found Sanat Kumara is the guru of Lord Jesus Christ. That's his guru.
That's
Sanat
powerful.
Kumara is a mind-born child. He didn't have a mother. He's a mind-born child of Lord Brahma. And I mean, this is their mythology. And but these are super duper powerful beings.
I want to thank you, Laji. I want to thank you, Omzel, Yahe Om. Family, I like to call him Yahe Om.
Yahe Om, I love that.
Yeah, he's Yahe Om. That's including him, his significant goddess, his wife. Yahe is feminine. Om is beyond polarity. And I want to thank you, Leo, Goddess, Kafunya, Ife, because we are in a cycle. We're in Hell's Kitchen, but we're still having the rise of the gods and the goddesses beyond being kings and queens. Kings and queens is regional. You could be a king of a corner, a queen of a corner, okay? But a goddess is quantum. A god
Yeah.
is quantum. So know that your DNA, you are not kings and queens of corners, but you're gods and goddesses of existence. And that
Uncle
is
Henry.
why the Atlanteans didn't call themselves kings of the universe, queens of the universe. They called themselves masters
Of the
of the
universe.
universe. And with that being said, we're going to
Um,
leave out. Go ahead, real quick, Kafunya.
the lemon.
I said before, this show has a theme, and we'll deal with the
Oh,
lemons.
okay,
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it, got
So
it.
we're going into holiday season, and I want y'all to listen to this in closing. Family, again, look at why you're gonna have to watch this show more than once. I want to thank Don Coolio from listening from I don't know where he's in Europe or Africa, and all the family who's going to be listening in the future. But I just want to
Mhm.
close out with this song as we go into the holidays. Get get your hugs in. Get Let people know how much they're important to you, because a lot of people right now are getting depressed, sad. It doesn't have to be that way.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
All right. Hey.
Hope you feel a little better and bright.
All right, Uncle Hanky. You got it going on.
And made your hearts and minds feel better. Remember, you're all like no other. Warms, hugs, and joy every day. Healing heart and mind in every way. Make sure you drink some more water. After our gathering, we hope you feel better. Warm hugs and joy every day. Healing heart and mind in every way. Hugs, joy, and be safe. Warm hugs and joy every day. Healing heart and mind in every way. Hugs, joy, and be safe. Hugs, joy, and be safe.
That's all, folks, for tonight.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was a good
Yeah,
show.
that was good.
All
Let's close
right.
out. Bang, we're going off air.